Natural born suck. That's funny. I love that. Um, I'm just looking through these comments real quick.
Oh, I thought you made a list. That would be
Oh
easy.
no, no.
No. Okay.
Please, are you kidding me? Fuck it. So we'll be
Okay.
nice and cool and easy. Cue a couple of cool cucumbers. Here we go, baby.
Just act natural.
Just act like I didn't read How to Become a Human off the back of a milk carton, and we'll take it from there. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you introduce yourself, please?
Why don't you, Grant? What?
Because I'm not sexist. You can go first.
What if I don't want to go first?
Fine then, I'll go. Hello everybody, and welcome to the little Q&A video that Isa, Gross, and myself are going to do. I am Grant Woolley.
Oh, and I am Isa Gross.
Pronounce it again?
Isa Gross.
Well, I always say it so, because you told me just to say gross.
Yeah, just say gross. It's fine.
But I'm like, no, I want to sound like I'm German. I want to say it like you would say, you know? I don't want to be like, I walk up and people are like, ugh, there's the American. And I'm like, how dare y'all, gross. But no.
It's fine.
Anyway, we worked together doing the Natural Born Suckers animations, and Isa wrote a chunk of it, and I polished it up, and we made those 2 episodes, Natural Born Suckers 1 and 2. And I wanted to do a Q&A video, and some people submitted Q&A questions. I guess we'll just Q's, and we're gonna get some A's going. So that's what me and Isa are gonna do. Yeah, Isa?
Yeah, I guess.
You sound really pumped.
I'm trying my best. Okay. I'm totally motivated.
Say it in German. You have to say it in German.
Ich versuche mein Bestes.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you want to just go for it then? I don't think we have to anything
Yeah,
else.
sure.
I guess.
Hit me!
I guess we'll answer together and not together. I guess depends on the question.
At the same time.
Yeah. Okay. This first one is from a guy named I'm gonna guess it's Hasformer. He said, or they say, what program do you use or did you use, whatever? For Natural Born Suckers, it's Adobe Animate, CC, I guess. I don't know if they go by that system or whatever. Isa, what do you use to animate?
I didn't animate NBS.
Yes, I know. But what do you use to animate on your own time?
Well, on my own time, I mostly use TV Paint Animation 10 and After Effects and Flash.
I always feel bad because I always get these people that come up and they're like, "Oh yeah, I use TV Paint and After Effects." And I'm like, well, like all these programs, like I even use Maya sometimes, and I use Toon Boom, and I'm like, what do you use? And I'm like, um, I use Flash, Adobe Animate, I mean. And they're like, "Oh, well, what else?" And I'm like, sometimes Media Encoder. But no.
I've seen you use After Effects and Maya before, so...
Well, yes, but that's for school. So does it really count?
Of course, it's not real animation if it's for school. I forgot.
It doesn't exist if it's for school. No, it was I'll use Maya 20. I'm using Maya 2018 right now, and I'll take care of all that in After Effects. So I guess you can say that I use other things, but mostly it's just Animate for my stuff, and Media Encoder to put things together and all that stuff. I know other people use like Sony Vegas and Sound Booth and SoundCloud and Cloud Clouds and Citrus Clouds and Orange Tree. I'm kidding. Moving on. But yeah, that's what we use. So the next question is, this guy spoke a lot in the comment section. His name's Damien Postel 2 weeks ago. That's when he said it. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Damien. I want to say Postel. Oh, I made him sound like French. It's like, oh yes, Postel. Who asks, is this how you always dress?
Yes.
As in, does Isa wear a cape and a vest, and do I wear nothing but chaps? Yeah.
That's basically it.
Well, it's funny that they bring it up because originally it was Isa comes up and she put the little storyboard up and she showed it to me that she had done for the first episode. She had done a little storyboard, and I looked at it and she had me. I guess we could put it on the screen at this point, but she had my character in like these like underwear. It's just like leather underwear, and I was looking at it and I'm
Yeah.
like, hmm.
I was when I wrote that storyboard that evening, like, we were in Skype, and you were like, oh, you can write me a story, and I was like, okay, I will do it right now.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then,
yeah, because I'd gone off to lunch. I remember I'd gone to eat lunch, and I was gone for like 40 something minutes. And by the time I got back, Isa was like, "Here, I did this storyboard," and I was like, "Damn, that was quick."
yeah,
It's
but
like making a robot. I have to deliver.
I was like really anxious about that. I was like, oh, I don't know if you would like it. I don't know. I put you like, I don't know. It's a bit weird.
No. I thought it was really really funny because I was looking to get away from what I usually do, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't. The funny thing is, I didn't want to put myself in the animation because I wanted to stop putting myself in my animations because I don't know. I felt like I was like, well, at least that was leads to a certain way of the animation going, like me playing the same character throughout all the animations, and I don't want that anymore. So I'm gonna like give it to Isa and tell her like this is what I'm thinking, and then she took it and she ran with it. And then when I come back, she put me in the animation because I didn't tell her that I didn't want me in the animation. And I was like, well, it's too funny. I can't not do it now. I thought that was the funniest thing.
Well, I don't know. I thought you'd belong there.
But no, I thought that answered that question. That's a really roundabout way of answering the question.
I really liked that you were comfortable with the way I depicted you.
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be the leather underwear, and then like in my mind, I'm sitting here and I'm like, look, I know like the weird sex collar and like the shirtless thing is a big deal. And then I'm like, but I feel like if he's in leather underwear, I feel like that's gonna like push it over the edge. Like it's gonna be like too much, and then no one's gonna want to watch it. And I was like, look, can we just change it to like assless chats or something?
Also, nobody would have seen your butt, so...
I pulled a little executive order, and I thought the chaps were a nice pull away. That and the I like the way the little boots go into the pants. Do you ever notice that?
Yeah.
I like that little thing. I don't know why I do that. I think it's because I'm lazy. But people are like, oh, I like the style on the boots, and I'm like, no, I'm just lazy. But thank you.
But it's good.
Well, I guess that answered that question. Next up is this guy has like 4 questions because they found out that I was doing the Q&A, and then the person's name is Nightmare CBL, and they say incoming questions. Wow. Why is Grant always shirtless? Because Isa did that.
Because I wanted to exploit him for his body.
I'm curious as to why. And I guess it goes to this. All these things are questions for you, Isa. It's why is Grant always shirtless? Why does Grant have fantastic chest hair? Why do Grant's pants have holes there?
Well, you did the pants though.
I am curious as to why. Well, I mean, why'd you make the Grant character look the way he does? Is it just cause, or is it just like one big perverted joke? You were like, I'll just make him like an actual sex slave.
I don't know if there was a specific thought behind that. It just felt...
It felt.
No, it wasn't even a joke. It just felt right, you know? I guess I wanted you to be some kind of a servant character because she was that big lord, and then I was like, okay,
Yeah.
why not go the whole way?
Make him as easy to dominate as possible.
Also, you are quite sexy, so why not use that?
Oh, thank you. I thought it was funny. I was just curious as to. I was like, well, is she pulling it from somewhere, or is she not? So, was it? I don't even know where we were. I'm trying to think about where we came up with your design, like with the little. I think that's just generic vampire clothes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. You put that little vest on me because you liked it.
Well, I always thought, because if you look at all the little pictures, it's always Dracula, and it's got like the big cloak on. And you originally had a cloak on in like the first animation, but then I was like, it's too hard to animate. I'm lazy, and it kind of clutters up shots sometimes. So I'm like, leave it out of the animation. So it just leaves you with a vest. And I was like, well, I like the little vest. It's also makes it easier to animate because your clothes aren't floppy if you have a vest on, so it makes it a lot easier to animate.
Yeah.
But I see now that I'm revealing how lazy I am, and not that there's any actual creative choices here.
No.
The same person asks, "Why is Isa so darn cute?" And I'm like, because who wants to watch an animation about an actual rock with a smiley face on it?
Like I am in real life.
How dare you, Isa? I'm gonna put that picture of you that I have of you making that kissy face. And that's gonna put up, and it's gonna be great. But so people can actually see what Isa looks like. I don't know if people know what you look like or what I look like.
Probably not.
I think they probably know what I look like because I always post videos and stuff. But
Yeah.
all over my hot Instagram, I'm always posting things. I'm kidding. Um,
But I'm only sharing my pictures with you.
yeah, Isa doesn't show up on film very well. She's too white.
Yeah.
The light catches her, and he just comes out looking like a ghost that was caught on film.
Yeah, for the most part.
Next question comes from a young lad, Ethan, anime boy, 17.
Hey, I don't know him.
And I don't know him either, but
Uh-huh.
or I might. Maybe that's a different handle.
I know an Ethan, but
I know. I think is it? I know. I think we're thinking of the same Ethan.
yeah.
But I don't know which Ethan. If that's the same Ethan. But anyway, and they asked, "How long have you been animating, Isa?"
Oh, I started animating in my last year of school. I think that was in 2012. That was 5 years ago.
Have you? Is that really? Is that really when you started animating?
Yeah,
Wow.
I was a late bloomer.
You. I imagine you're like in a nursing home and you're like, and you're like, I'm going to begin animating today. It's my calling. And you just die.
I mean, we had this art teacher in the last year of school, and he basically gave us an assignment which we were free to do with the medium of our choice. And I was like, I could maybe try to make a Flash cartoon. It was a really bad cartoon, but it got me into animation. So.
Which one was it?
I don't know if you've seen it. It's, I think, called the Moon
Is it the
Landing.
Swagbot one?
No, it's the one where they, I don't know, fly to the moon or something, and the moon.
I love how you're like, they fly the moon or something.
They crash on the moon, and then they try to start the spaceship again, but they somehow drive the whole moon into the Earth.
No.
That's it, basically.
You're like, I don't know. They run out of potatoes
Yeah.
and they die on the moon. I don't, as husks of people, I don't know. I wrote it in my sleep. I can't even spell my name
Basically,
backwards.
yeah. I don't know, it's not very high quality.
It was definitely not a breakthrough,
No.
is what you're trying to tell me. Is that what
Yeah.
you're trying to say to me? Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I doubt that. You'll have to show it to me sometime.
Yeah, okay.
Most likely right after we're done recording this.
Okay, will do.
So
how about you?
I've been animating since I want to say, well, I've been doing flipbooks for forever, but I guess the first time I did something on the computer was MS Paint and Windows Movie Maker, and I guess that's been since '07, like '06, '07. I think it's
You've been around for a long while.
and it still doesn't show. I'm kidding. No, I've just been yeah, you're a late bloomer, but I'm a slow bloomer. I'm very, very slow to pick up like how to animate and get like the finer points and everything. Because I feel like I can run through it and like animate what I like, But it's just to push it to the next level and get something that's really nice out of it. I'm just getting to that point now. As you saw the screenshots I showed you today. Those little screenshots from my thesis film.
Yeah.
Like that stuff looks quite nice, but it's taken me like to this point to get to that point, So it takes a long time if you're a bit of a slow learner. But to answer your question, yeah, since like '07, I guess.
Yeah.
'06.
But you have so many projects to look back on, right?
They're like baby photos. They're not like
yeah.
I guess like even Natural Born Suckers 1, like I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh man, I can see where I cut the corners. I can see where like there's like little issues and like little things that I'm doing that are like cringeworthy now. I'm like, but I guess I'm the only one who notices,
Yeah. I mean, I still haven't seen all of your cartoons. Whenever I Google you, I keep finding new stuff.
No, you're good. You don't need to go Google anymore. That's like every time someone says they watch my stuff online, I'm like, you're good. You don't need to watch that anymore. You should probably just not watch that. Or like, don't go too far back. There's a certain point. I think it's maybe the Irish video. Well, no, because the Age of Mythology video is funny too.
I've looked far beyond that.
It sounds inappropriate. The way your voice curled right there it sounded inappropriate.
Yeah.
But then even like the Age of Mythology video is funny. And then I went back a little bit more and I was like, oh, well, the Hairbender video is funny. So like somewhere around there is where it starts to get nice. I don't know. Some people might like other stuff, but I've been at it for a while.
People like sex hair, that's for sure.
Ugh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of hearing about sex hair. My friends always ask me for Sex Hair 3, and it makes me cry. This next one is from Gabriel Bushbinder. Do you like music? Yes or no? I'm just kidding. They just say, do you like music? The only reason this is kind of a generic question because of course you like music, but Isa, what's your favorite band? I was curious because I wanted to hear it myself.
Oh, there are so many.
I guess not your favorite. I guess what's your top three?
I don't know. I'm not prepared for that
Oh,
question.
oh.
Frank Sinatra is a big one, a big favorite of mine.
I actually drew pictures for Isa that she has on her wall,
Oh
and
yeah,
I like how excited you got, like just the mention of them.
yeah, they were so good. I love them.
Are you looking at them now? Is that what you just did?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I heard your voice get a little bit distant as you turned your head to look at them. No, I did a drawing of Isa. I forgot what was it? It was Isa as three different people, and it was like from a Clint Eastwood film as Frank Sinatra, and I don't know what the third one was.
The third one was just a pirate.
It was just a pirate.
So basically, you drew me as Frank Sinatra, a cowboy, and a pirate. I really love those drawings, man. Swear to God.
Isa's face is lighting up right now. So Isa likes Frank. Well, what's your favorite? Do you like that kind of genre? Those are your favorite genre, like
Yeah,
lounge jazz and all that?
I like swing. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it as well. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna get that generic response from me where it's like I like all kinds of music.
But it's the same for me, so.
Well, I mean, it's hard not to like all kinds of music, you know.
Mm.
I guess but even like I can't even say that I don't like rap because even like some rap I like, you know.
Yeah.
It's really just does it have a good beat and a good bass. So I'm a sucker for a good beat and a bass. It sounds like like I ordered it from a prostitute. It's like, hey, honey, what do you want? I'm like, oh, give me the beat and the bass. I mean, I like AC/DC and Sheryl Crow. Those are on like my top five. So what does that tell you about my my liking?
Yeah, okay, but what about the Beatles?
Oh, I like the Beatles, but I feel like it's a given.
Okay, because there are lots of songs you got me into just by singing them in Skype, you know?
I love the Beatles. But I like Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
But I also like John Lennon. That's weird. It's like of course, like how can you not like them, you know? But then you get the people nowadays who are like, oh, you're so mainstream. You like the Beatles, and I'm just like, what? Like, dude, the Beatles weren't even that good. And I'm like, ugh. Argue in the comments. I don't even care. Like, I'm not even gonna read those comments. Argue in the comments about whether the Beatles are fantastic or not. I don't even care. I gave up that fight a long time ago. It's not even a fight anymore. It's just me nodding my head and then putting on my headphones, listening to more Beatles. To clarify, it's not AC/DC, it's Bon Scott AC/DC specifically. That's another debate we can have in the comments. I say that, but then like really just two people are going to show up and they're going to be like, yeah, I like Bon Scott. But I feel like I'm getting really off topic, aren't I? Doop, 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 doop. Oh, this is a good one. This next question comes from I'm gonna butcher it again. Here we go.
Okay.
Bailey R. Chumas or Kumas or Chumas. Whichever one. I just know that I tried. They ask, where did you get the idea for Natural Born Suckers? Well, I know earlier we mentioned that I had given the idea to Isa that I wanted to do something, and then she did a storyboard. But I guess to elaborate on that entire situation, I was I want to say it was like Mayish, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Because I was looking at some stuff recently. But yeah, it was like May. I think it was what, like 2015, 2016?
16.
Yeah, 2016 May. So I was sitting there, and Isa and I were talking as we do a lot back in the day. We used to like sit around and do nothing before we had lives. I knew I wanted to do something for Halloween because I hadn't done anything for Halloween yet. It's one of my favorite times of the year, and I was sad that I missed out on doing something for last year. So I was like, forget about it. I'm going to do something for Halloween. So that's what I'm going to do. And I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew that I didn't want it to have me in it, and I wanted it to have something, something else, something different than the usual animation I do, and that I was going to like try and like put effort into it and all that, and give myself time to like take a step back and then polish it up before I put it out, which ended up not happening because things. Izo, you remember you were talking? It was when you were at your dorm, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Izo was at her student dorm. I want to say there were some children outside, and she said something that was like, it sounded like, it's not, it wasn't this, but it was like to the effect of like these kids on my lawn,
Yeah.
and it sounded like really reclusive. So I just imagine Isa as like this recluse, like pressed up against her window, like watching these children outside play, like how dare they enjoy the sunlight. And I had that image stuck in my head, and I drew it as a joke to Isa. and I'll probably, yeah, I'll put that up now. But it was like this little drawing of Isa pressed up against the window. And that was the first drawing I did of Natural Born Suckers, and without knowing it. And I was like, oh, Isa, you're like some kind of vampire. And I was like, aha. I was like, wait, that's it. I was like, we'll make an animation about that. Like, you'll be a vampire, and you'll be a shut-in and a recluse. And I threw the idea out to Isa, and then we kind of left it alone, and I went to get lunch, and I came back a little bit later, and Isa had storyboarded out the entire first episode. And it was very funny, and I just kind of added like little things here and there, and then I started work on it. That was about it. And then a month before Halloween, the file got deleted, and I had to like dig up an old file and recover most of it, but not all of it. And then I had to like hurry up and finish up what had been deleted, which didn't give me time to like polish up what I had. So yeah, it was a heck of a process. But you have anything to add to that, Isa? I just realized I just rambled the whole time.
You managed to pull through, though. I mean, you released it on time.
Yeah, I think it was. What do you think about Natural Born Suckers 1, Isa? Do you think it was? Are you satisfied with the way it came out, or are some of the jokes weak, or the animation? You think, or you think it's overall it's a good job?
Overall, it's a good job done.
I like the way I set it up as if you would say anything else. Like,
yeah, I mean there were some audio issues, but that's.
yeah, I agree. Yeah. But the good thing is that we learned from it, and now we moved on.
Yeah.
And now.
I also think I have grown as a voice actor. Just saying.
A voice actress.
I see.
That's when you do like a little pose. No, I was satisfied with the audio in the second one. We did all of the music for the second one, and we didn't do any of it for the first one. And I actually did all the audio, like I got down and dirty and got in there and like laid out all the audio and all the ambience and all the sound effects and voices and everything as I was going through and animating it, so that it was like well timed, and it sounded put together, like there was some actual thought put into it. Yeah, whenever we record the music ourselves, it brought it all together. So hopefully that translates and people like that, because we're going to keep doing that, and we're probably going to get better.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's two parts in the second animation where Isa, I was going back and watching it, and I'm like, oh, it sounds really quiet, like it needs music. And Isa had told me, like as we were making it, Isa's like, there's this part right here where it gets really quiet. Like we should probably put music there. And I'm like, no, no. I wanna keep the ambience. I wanna keep the ambiance. Like I wanna let the scene be really ambience driven and not like musically driven. And then Isa's like, but we should play the music. And I'm like, no, we don't need music. And then like 2 weeks ago, after I released it, I was going back and watching it, and there was a part where the audio gets, I guess, like the voices get really quiet, and like the music drops out, and so it's just ambience, and like I got what I wanted. It's just ambience, but that's all it is just ambience, and just, oh man, it like screeches the it like rips I think it rips you out of the moment. But I think it's just me. It might just be me, but the whole time I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh god, I should have listened to Isa. I should have put music in the background. Like, oh no.
It's fine now. It doesn't matter.
It's like that little Ditto comic. You know, the one where each one, it's 3 panels and each one ends with oh no. The guy going, oh no.
Yeah.
It's like Isa going, hey, you should probably put music in this as the first panel. And the second one is me going, oh no, we're good, listening to it. And the third one is just me having little headphones on, listening to the animation play. And I'm just like, oh no.
Oh, it's called webcomic name or something, right?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
That's so silly. It's usually funny stuff though. I mean, I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
Man, we are coming up with some long answers to these questions. I don't even know what's our runtime right now.
30 minutes.
Cool. Who's gonna listen to this? But anyway, I guess we'll put it up for anyone who wants to listen. That Bailey person tacked on this. What would the characters look like? Genderbent. We'll put that as a.
I don't think much different, because Grant would just be some very hairy girl, and
I just imagine like a hairy girl with tits and she's shirtless. Like, oh man, that would be wildly inappropriate. That'll be the next drawing challenge. Whoever wants to draw that, go ahead. I feel like I imagine I'm looking at Isa's profile picture right now, and I imagine it would just look exactly like that, because Isa's jaw in that drawing that she did of herself has a really square jaw.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really see that I'm a girl in that.
So I imagine it would just be that, but with the same outfit on, with the character outfit on. Yeah, Isa's actually the man.
Yeah, it's true.
I figured this would be the great reveal, so boom, there you go. Eat your heart out, fanfic writers. Oh, I'm curious about this one. Question is, where do you get inspiration for your work? Isa, I'm curious as to where you get inspiration from your work. I guess for your work.
Okay, porn. No,
What? I was literally drinking water as you said that, so like I almost did that spit take thing.
no, I just, from a visual perspective, I watch a lot of people on Tumblr or their Facebook art sites
Yeah.
and keep up with stuff. Look at styles that I like and collect them.
Like a visual robot.
Yes.
Giza is an actual robot. You guys can draw that one. That'd be
Beep
funny.
boop. No, and I don't know, story-wise, I play Dungeons and Dragons, and I also like to drabble little stories
Yeah.
when I have the time. That's it, really. How about you, Grant?
Um, I mean, I don't want to be like generic, but I usually just if if funny things happen or if things come to me like usually a lot of stuff that I came up with for like Natural Born Suckers episode 3, which we're kicking around right now. Like stuff for that. I'll just be sitting at the gym or something and I'll be running and it'll just come to me and I'll be like, oh, that'd be funny because like you run through situations in your mind, just interactions between you and people. I'll be like, oh, well, how can I plug that in? And then like, or it'll just come to me, be like,
Yeah.
oh, plug that in like this, and I'll be like, oh, okay, jot that down. That'd be funny if that situation was here, and then like, oh, you can tweak it like this and like that, and it'd be funnier and it would work better.
Yeah,
Um,
I do that too, I think.
yeah, well, I think it's really common. I don't think it's exclusive to me. Um, I find that you can put a lot of things in your animations that just occur to you and around you. A lot of stuff comes to me while I'm running outside.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've gotten the trend here, but a lot of stuff comes to me when I'm running. I think it's the endorphins, I want to say, especially when you're in the shower and stuff like that. And you're sitting there and you're just like, oh, your mind can just travel,
Yeah.
and you'll just hit on things like that. I'm trying to think, and yeah, same thing. Like I'll go around and I'll see things that I like, and I'll be like, oh, I should implement that. I like to see that in how can I tackle like that little quirk that I just saw in that little art piece. I think that's a really good way to go about it because
Hmm.
then you can refresh your stock of imagery that's in your mind, and it can lead to more open doors
Yeah.
artistically. That sounds really deep, but it's not.
I mean, I took a lot of stuff from my real life when I came up with that NBS storyboard the first time.
Well, I think it's really funny. I mean, I just think it makes it really
Yeah.
easy when you can just pull things out from around you,
Yeah.
and it ends up working. Like the thing that I'm working on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, the thing I'm working on, the thing I'm kicking around right now.
Yeah.
It's I was looking at some impressionist paintings.
Oh, I think I know the thing.
Yeah, Isa knows what I'm talking about because I showed her the script. But I was kicking around some impressionism paintings that I was looking at, and I was like, oh, I like this. I love that whole approach. It's just you can see the paint, you can see the strokes, and you can see it's really raw. It's left under rendered, I guess would be the correct thing. But and I was like, well, how can I capture that in Animate? Can you like leave the lines organic and like make the colors wobble and all that? And I'm developing a style around that now, and so that's where I got the inspiration for that. And we'll see if it actually pays off, if it looks good when it moves. But yeah, that's where I got that from. Isa.
Yeah.
That animation is gonna be silly.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long it takes to get out there because I have like a bunch of other things I'm trying to get around right now.
You can do it.
Yeah, I think I can, but we'll see.
You're diligent.
You're diligent, she says.
Busy bee, Grant.
And I guess the next question is, what can we expect in the future for natural born suckers and yourselves in general? Isa?
I don't know.
Well, do you want to write more? You want to write more natural suckers, Isa?
Yeah, sure. I have written more actually that.
What a coincidence! I too have written the natural born suckers.
Oh.
No, Isa and I are always kicking around ideas about what we should do, and we should start talking more concrete on what we should be doing for episode 3. And if you guys want an episode 3 and all that, but I have a chunk written, and Isa says she's kicking around some stuff, and I don't know if you can tell, but my favorite phrase is kicking around. It's just because I like it. But yeah, she's brainstorming. I'm brainstorming. We'll be brainstorming. There will be a whole surge of brain, and we'll see what comes from it.
Yeah.
And yourselves in general. Isa, what do you plan to do in the future of animation?
Well, I'm working on my own little series, even though it's coming along very slow. I feel like you're giving me a look.
I'm not actually, because I was actually I'm curious as to what it is. You haven't shown me, have you?
Yeah, I have, like, in June?
Well then, oh, is it the one that? Well, I didn't know it was a series. I thought it was just.
No, I've written so many episodes for that.
I thought it was just you messing about. But why don't you tackle them?
I will. I'm going to.
Are you lying to me?
I made it right now. No, not right now, because I stopped because you wanted to make this QnA.
You make it sound like I dragged you in here.
He forced me into it.
Zooms out, I've got a gun to your head. No, I didn't know that you were gonna. I didn't know that it was like a proper series. If I'd have known that, I would clearly have remembered because I know the animation you're talking about.
Why would you think I need a title song?
I just thought you were messing about, and I was like, oh, she's just okay. She's just messing about.
No, I wanted to make more episodes so that if people are interested after the first 3.
Well, I think people would care. You just have to put them out first, don't you think?
Maybe.
Well, maybe, it's a novel concept, I think, but I think people need to actually watch an animation before they can get attached to it, don't you think?
Yeah, okay,
but... I didn't know if that was just me.
How about they just start reading my mind? I mean, what's so difficult?
Isa, I didn't know you were such a trailblazer on the forefront of technology. I didn't know you had this medium of telepathy where you could just present finished animations to people in your mind. I didn't know that was a. You should have told me. I'd have kept track in my little yellow legal pad.
I mean, it's not my fault that people can't access it, right? I mean, I'm trying my best here.
Oh wow, Isa, such forward thinking. My word, gosh. Excuse the hell out of all of us. How dare us not be able to read your mind? Gosh.
Exactly.
I couldn't decide between golly and gosh just now, so I said golsh.
Gosh.
It sounds like a weird Northern England word. I say England, Northern Europe. Well, golsh.
Gosh.
It sounds odd when you say it.
I think that should be a word that we coin from now on.
Isa, can you mimic my country accent if I give it to you?
I don't know. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can.
Okay, look. Mimic this, okay?
Okay.
Well, howdy, y'all.
What?
Do it.
No, I don't think I can.
Well, howdy, y'all.
Say it again.
Well, howdy, y'all.
Wait. Well, howdy, y'all. That sounds so gross.
I can hear your throat tense up in the back.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if we'll use that, but yeah, there you go.
No, we cut that out.
No, now we're totally gonna fucking use it.
I get really nervous, man. Sometimes I can do it, and sometimes I can't.
No, you don't say. I'm trying to think about what I'm gonna do in the future. I'm just gonna keep doing Natural Born Suckers, and I'm gonna keep trying to make my own stuff. And I've got some animations coming up, and I've got people I'm working with in the future. And Isa laughs, 'cause I'm pretty sure Isa knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, and if you guys want to stick around, you can stick around. And if you want to watch Isa, you can watch Isa, and you can watch me, and you can watch us, and you can watch everyone. It's fantastic.
Are you ever gonna make +18 animations?
Oh God, Isa, we talked about this. What was the tracer video not enough? Are you not pleased?
No, the people are thirsty, Grant.
Dude, I look like a water spigot. Get lost. I don't know. I'm a busy lad. Oh, no, I'll keep my ear to the rail, and we'll see what's up. Isa.
Yeah.
Nothing. I just think it's funny. What about you, Isa? Would you make 18+ videos?
No, not videos. That's too much effort.
Isa's like, I can barely get out regular videos.
Yeah, exactly. No, I would make drawings. If at all, yeah.
You're like, just as your email comes up on screen for commissions.
Guys.
You're like, I don't know, if people would show up, I would do them, and then you just slowly push your email up onto the screen.
Guys, hit me up. I need the money.
You're like, that's not all I need, but I need the money. So I think that this about does it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I guess we're done with those questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. And we'll guess we'll see you guys later. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been Isa Gross.
Yeah, and Grand Wooley.
You're supposed to say it in a really country accent, Isa. What? You're ruining my life right now.
In a country accent?
Mm-hmm.
You weren't doing a country accent, were you?
No, you were supposed to do a country accent. Because I'm you, and I was saying it in a German accent, and you're supposed to be me, and you're saying it in an American accent, a Southern accent. We're just gonna end it here. Goodbye, everybody. Okay, Grant Woolley.
Grand Wooley. I don't know. I can barely pronounce your name on its own, you know?
We have to put that after at the end, like at the credits. Okay.